only on TV1. I can't wait to learn and explore with you.
Hello, this is the Midday News. Thanks for joining us. Today marks the 83rd anniversary of the New Guinea campaign during World War II in the Pacific, which was commemorated at the Bomana War Cemetery at 5 a.m. today. The New Guinea campaign was fought between January 1942 and August 1945 to evict the Japanese from Papua New Guinea. Hundreds gathered to remember these war heroes and all who shed blood and lost their lives in all wars, especially the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, or ANZAC, and locals who fought both army and in the rugged terrains and coastal swamps of Papua New Guinea. Here are the highlights of this morning's ceremony.
New Guinea.
The Moresby South District Hospital will undergo construction of new internal fit-out at 5 million kina to meet the requirement of the National Department of Health. The district hospital was constructed at the cost of 12 million kina with an additional 3 million kina internal fit-out, but it did not meet the NDOH standards. After National Department of Health assessed the facility last year, it requested for a completely new internal fit-out. Moresby South MP and Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Tachenko hopes to have the hospital officially opened on Independence Day this year. He said the hospital's design and construction has been ongoing 5 years because of landowner issues. Nominations are open for the local level government by-election and Motu Koita Assembly seats. At 4 p.m. yesterday, Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Soroi Ioe and the Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai declared nominations open after the official announcing of the issues of writs. Nominations closed on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. Intending candidates have 7 days to nominate.
Occasion officially commences the election process for our citizens to exercise their democratic rights to contest in the election and to elect the members of local level government assembly. I will be now issuing writs for 374 LLGs and 6,916 wards, and also for Motu Koitabu Assembly seats. Nomination will open as of 4 p.m. this afternoon.
A waterfront setting in the form of an eatery is a new planned extension of the Cookie Fish Market worth 15 million kina. It is an initiative of the Moresby South District Development Authority, who is jointly funding the project with the National Fisheries Authority. Moresby South MP Justin Tachenko said the wheels has been set in motion with the completion of the new extension project, which will see the construction of a restaurant with 300 sitting area capacity for people to enjoy fish and chips or a cold drinks, with a cool breeze overlooking Ella Beach. Tachenko said the idea is to enable the public to come and buy fresh proceeds seafood. The coalition is promising a 2-year trial allowing international airlines to carry domestic passengers between Darwin and the East Coast. They say the proposal will reap rewards for local flyers and international trade. However, questions have been raised over the feasibility of the plan and which airlines would be willing to take part.
With few domestic flight options, the federal opposition wants to open the market to overseas players.
We know when you increase competition in the aviation sector, prices go down.
The coalition's latest election promise for the territory will allow foreign airlines to fly between Darwin and the eastern capital cities. They say the 2-year trial will drive down prices and result in better service for Darwinians.
No more red-eye flights if you don't want to take them. We're actually going to be able to travel at hours that will suit us for business and for families.
Several airlines have scrapped routes to Darwin in recent years, leaving Territorians stranded. Historically, the route to Brisbane has been the most popular in and out of Darwin. But in the year to February, more flights went from Brisbane to Cairns, Gladstone, Emerald and Moorumba than went to Darwin. But while Territorians might be keen to jump on board with the proposal, some critics say it's unlikely that international airlines would jump at the offer.
There's just not enough people in Darwin to supply a market to meet the price expectations. Now, if somebody wants to reduce the prices, the biggest cost driver is the cost of Darwin Airport and what it costs Qantas and Virgin and anyone else that uses the airport.
The nation's peak body for freight transport welcomes the news, but says the trial's success depends on the fine print.
Obviously, the devil's in the detail. How often the flights are they narrow body or are they wide body? So what sort of cargo can the planes take?
With the election just 10 days away, the question is, will this idea fly?
The fate of green waste once it's picked up from the curbside is a mystery to many Victorians. But for some people in Geelong, it's ending up back on their plates in a roundabout way used as compost to grow food for those in need.
Dia Mamadi shops at this social supermarket in Geelong monthly, swapping food vouchers in exchange for groceries.
We save money for electric bills and gas and home and kids.
Not just a bargain, it's also saving the environment. Some of the produce here is grown using green waste. About 750,000 tonnes of organic material from green bins is picked up yearly from 57 of Victoria's 79 councils. The City of Greater Geelong is setting an example, converting green waste into compost locally.
The waste that we're creating, rather than going into landfill, is actually creating nutrients, going into food supply and going back to the residents that we have that are most in need in Geelong.
First, it's hand-picked to extract contaminants. It's then ground down before a machine helps to turn and irrigate the material. Then into a pile for maturation before it's broken down and bagged.
Landfill space is really expensive. We also don't want to send organic matter to landfill because it generates methane.
About 2,000 tonnes is provided to the Geelong Botanic Gardens.
Those garden beds that have performed a lot better than the ones that don't.
About 4 crates of produce is donated to Geelong Food Share every fortnight. Geelong is one of 8 Victorian councils granted funding by Sustainability Victoria to increase the use of compost made from green waste within the community, with hopes to expand the initiative to other local government areas to feed those in need.
The more we can invest in turning those resources back into new products like composts and like mulch, the better value we get out of those.
A circular economy turning trash into treasure.
Back home in sports, the PNG men's under-19 cricket team, the Garamut, suffered defeat at the hands of host Japan in the ICC T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific Division 1 qualifier yesterday. Japan held on to win the match by 106 runs in the first match of the Three Nations qualifier. The PNG Garamut's coach Kilapala said the team didn't get wickets from the quick bowlers, but the spin bowlers did well. He said it wasn't the start they were expecting. In the first 4 overs, they were already on the back foot, losing 2 openers, and from there on, it was a tough uphill battle for them. Pala said the team takes a day off today and then return to the pitch for their next match against Fiji. And that ends the news update. Join us at 6 tonight for more news and sports. Bye for now.
It was during the Bougainville crisis that the